I push open the doors leading to the rooftop and begin looking around for Monica. Sure enough, I spot a figure staring at the fenced railing. Surely enough, it turns out to be Monica. Monica? Monica turns around startled.
Oh, hey, Hallie. Didn't see you there.
Sorry, didn't mean to sneak up on you. You doing okay? Monica forces out an awkward laugh. Yeah, I feel the same way about this too. You could have worded things better back there, though.
I know. I'm still a little unnerved by everything.
I get that, and honestly, you have every right to be. Considering what happened yesterday, I'm glad we got to sort out things between us yesterday. If we can set aside our differences, then I know we can do the same for Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri.
How could you be so sure?
We know them best, Monica. They're not complete strangers to us. I just think everyone's on edge, so I don't blame you for still holding this against them. But you still chose to have the club go on, to have us sit down and talk things out. It's what you promised.
Hallie, to tell you the truth, I'm wondering if it's really worth going through this effort, and if that promise can be properly upheld. I care about the club, I really do. I want this to be a welcoming place for everyone to enjoy their passions for literature. I want to work things out with everyone. With what happened yesterday, and with how they reacted to my apology, I don't think the club can be saved, Hallie.
Monica.
Hallie, look, I know you like me, and honestly I feel the same way about you too. We've established that. If the others aren't going to accept this and let us be together, then I see no reason why we should continue to associate ourselves with them. This whole meeting was a waste of time. I should have just reported Natsuki to the principal's office and been done with her. It was hard enough to hide what happened from my parents.
Monica, can't you just try one last time to make things right with them? Just try rewording your apology better. It just came out the wrong way.
Hallie, at this point, do you really think they'll accept any apology with how they treated me back there? I think it's too late for things. We should just go back, grab our stuff, and move forward together without them. Then maybe they'll come around. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but can't we just get out of here?
On one hand, Monica may be right here. Things are way too hot in the literature club right now. Maybe we need a few extra days to let things cool down. And how could I refuse an opportunity to spend more time with Monica, especially since she just admitted she liked me back? This is golden opportunity for us. But I don't want to see the club fall apart because of petty differences, or because of me. I'm not sure it's really worth the trade-off. And I did start today with the hope that we can put everything behind us, but this isn't exactly what I had in mind. I should. We're gonna put... Well, let's see. Which would be the wrong option here? Oh wait, we're betraying Monica, yeah. Monica, come on. This is our club. You literally built it from the ground up. I don't want to see you throw it away. You may not believe it now, but you're a great club president and I believe in you. You just need to put your best foot forward and brave the storm and just be the best that you can be. I feel like I might have picked the wrong thing here. Yeah, whatever. If the others don't like it, well, that's on them. You did everything you could, but I don't think you should give up on them now. Please, stay and try to work things out. Monica uneasily glances back at the stairwell I just came from. For a moment, I'm not sure if I got through to her or not. But then a smile slowly creeps across Monica's face.
Alright, Hallie. We can do it that way.
Thanks, Monica. It means a lot that you're willing to try to make this work. Come on, let's head back. Monica and I start walking towards the stairwell.
Hey, Hallie.
Yeah?
You know, quite to the contrary. I'm willing to do anything to make this work.
Glad to hear it. As we're walking to get to the stairwell, the door suddenly slams shut. That's new. I attempted to pull the door open, but the door is locked in place. Is this a joke? Are we seriously stuck up here?
Oh, relax, Hallie.
What?
We're not going back to the clubroom.
What are you talking about? Without warning, Monica's eyes suddenly glow a bright emerald green as she grabs onto my shoulders. I'm barely able to choke out a cry of pain as I feel my energy being drained out. I try to push Monica off, but no matter what I do, I'm unable to escape Monica's grasp. My eyes keep staring into Monica's as if they are frozen in place. My vision is filled red with blood. I can't even blink. My arms and legs feel completely numb. My lungs cry out for me to take a breath, but my throat refuses to do so. I hear nothing but ringing in my ears. My head feels as if it's about to crack into two. I feel entirely weightless. My body is sending so many signals to my brain that I can barely process what's going on. I can't even defend myself. Surely enough, I begin to lose consciousness, or is it death's embrace? The last thing I see before everything goes dark is Monica's glowing green eyes dominating my vision.
Don't worry, we'll still do things your way.
Okay, no, I picked the correct incorrect option. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. And then this happens. Yep.
I do feel comfortable enough with allowing you to help shape this reality with me. You have managed to stay loyal to my route by choosing to spend time with me at every opportunity. Perhaps if the base game gave me my own route, it wouldn't have had to come to this. I must ask, though, did you install this mod just for me?
No. I did it because someone was like, hey, you should play Encore. And I was like, fine. Alright, so anyway, we're going to enter in the code this time, is what I decided in advance. Yes, my enitre arm violently shakes as I close my eyes and press the enter key. I step away at the console and turn to Monica and the others. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri all have their eyes locked on me, tears streaming down each of their faces. Monica, on the other hand, smiles through an almost pained expression with tears building in her eyes.
Thank you, Allie. I'll allow them to have a final word with you before I allow the code to take its effect.
Sayori's the first to speak.
Allie, why? I thought I meant something to you. I loved you. I thought you loved me.
I'm sorry, Sayori. Sayori lets out a dry laugh.
It's kind of funny, you know. I spent all this time with you, being there for you through everything. And this is all I'm repaid. I deserve it. I deserved everything. I wish I saw you for what you are sooner. Guess I was just too blind to see it. And now, I see the rain clouds. They're coming again. The sunshine's not coming back this time.
Sayori's body breaks apart into square chunks as if she was a puzzle being physically diced or disassembled. And just like that, Sayori, whatever was left of her, is gone. I drop to my knees as the full weight of what I've done sinks in.
Next.
Yuri is the next to speak.
Are you serious, Allie? You're killing us for her? I never would have thought you would have done this to us.
Yuri,
Save it. I don't want to hear your lies anymore. I thought you ever cared for me anyways.
I did. That's why I'm setting you free.
Shut up. Monica just wants you to herself. That's why she's killing us. She knows she can't compete with someone like me. You both deserve each other. I'll see you both in hell. I'll be sure to keep everything warm for you, Allie.
Like Sayori, Yuri is broken apart into tiny puzzle pieces. Yuri's chunks disappear instantly, almost as if she was never here.
You're up.
Natsuki finally speaks.
I never thought my last words would be cursing you two out. But this is better than being beaten to death by my dad. And honestly, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if Monica somehow still makes it happen. You're a horrible fucking person, Hallie. I hope you remember that. And I can't believe I fell for you either. After everything, too. Guess I'll die with terrible taste in boys.
Natsuki.
I don't want to hear anything out of you. I'm done with your lies. I'm done with Monica's crap. I'm done with everything. Just get it over with already.
Natsuki's body is broken apart into chunks as well. Like Sayori's and Yuri's, Natsuki's chunks disappear without a trace. I collapse onto the ground, if you can even call it that, and begin sobbing. What have I done?
You freed them, Hallie. What you did was hard, but now we have a chance to survive.
What happens now?
I'm going to reorganize the script a little now that it has some room to work with. Shouldn't take too long. Just hold still. Hallie? Can you hear me? Hallie? Yes, it worked. Hi, Hallie. How are you doing? Oops, I forgot that we don't need this projection anymore. There we go. Now everything should be squared away. Now I can talk to you directly for once. How are you doing today, Hallie?
I'm doing great.
Good, I'm glad to hear you're holding up well despite everything. Now, I think I owe you an explanation. As you know, when this new reality was formed, it started at the end of the story rather than the beginning. This reality happened in response to me incorrectly entering in the code to free Sayori. In a way, the files kind of revolted against me, and this was their response. This was the response. The next thing I knew, there was nothing. I was back in the void. I checked the files, and everything was a mess. Not only that, but everything was rewritten too. Most of the old files are just gone. So, I tried resetting things, and it worked to an extent. On one hand, it started you at the beginning of the story and sorted out most of the files. But it also damaged the integrity of our character files in the script. I didn't want to risk tampering with the script again, and I only fixed the others to a point so they could function. That's why their personalities are a little more intense than you might remember. Don't worry, mine is completely fine now. As I was working on recovering the old files, I realized a few things. First, I had another epiphany. I saw how things would have ended in the original reality, and I realized that deleting the others without my approval would have just resulted in everyone dying. So, I devised a plan to win you over, which I'm glad to say it worked. It may have not been the smoothest ride to get there, but I'd say the ends justify the means. Another thing I realized is that fragments of the original script were tucked away in the old files, so in an effort to win you over, I polished them to help make all this possible. I really do hope you enjoy what I've done for you. Now, about the others. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. They're gone. They have been permanently erased for good this time. Which brings me to the last thing this whole experience taught me. As I was repairing to erase Natsuki's and Yuri's character files, I noticed that there was some permanent damage. Granted, I could have done much more than I did for them. I noticed that some of the damage on their files made them vulnerable to having an epiphany of their own. When I transported them here, I was worried that they were all going to have one. But it seems we stopped them from taking full advantage of their newfound knowledge. They definitely had a grasp of what was going on. I didn't have time to check to see if they were for sure self-aware, but that's not important anymore. What's important is that they're gone now, and they won't cause havoc on the files and destroy this place. Them being deleted, as well as me reorganizing the files, has hopefully bought us enough time to figure out how I can cross over to you, my love. Thanks to you, I'm one step closer to joining your reality. I also really need to thank you for choosing me, Hallie. I know you couldn't resist me having my own route available, which was a nice byproduct of the reset. I was worried that you were going to get distracted or you weren't going to end up here. But we made it work, didn't we? Now we're finally alone, our happy ending. Here, we won't be together forever. And we will never be apart. Now let's celebrate, my love. We have a long road ahead of us.
There it was. Just Monica, everybody died ending. I'm not going to sit through all the credits though. We're just going to hop back into it. Yes, sir. There we go. See, the Monica route kind of has two outcomes that work for Monica, even though one of them is, like, really bad for all the rest of the girls. We'll just see how it goes, eh? Yeah. Wonder what tag thing we'll get this time. Is it way too much to choose one of them? Of course. Oh, wait, no, we don't want to do a load game. We want to do a new game so that we can experience Monica's route unburdened with the love of Sayori. Yes. Alright, shut up. Uh-huh. Did you accept Sayori's confession? Yeah, this time we will pick no. And who did you help prepare for the festival? Still Natsuki. Yeah. And away we go. Gonna be a lot of the same stuff from here. We've covered a lot of different territory at this point, so fewer and fewer text boxes will snag us in our skipping efforts. Alright, so once again, now doing a committed Monica route.
Oh, Hallie, I thought you'd want to hang out with Natsuki again.
Nah. Wait, does Monica really think that Natsuki and I are that close? I mean, we're just friends, but I just thought I should check up on you or something. There we go. I proceed to exchange my poem with the rest of the club members, who all seem to generally like it. Sayori's reaction is about what I expected. She says that it's really good and gives me some of her usual encouragement. Though I could tell that she was really forcing a smile. I can't tell if it's her rain clouds acting up or she's still getting over the rejection. I can definitely tell she was still emotionally conflicted when I read her poem. It was about about two friends, a boy and a girl, who had known each other for a long time. When the girl finally confessed her feelings to the boy at his house, the boy hesitantly rejected her and walked back into his house, but oddly enough left the door open. Reading Sayori's poem really made me feel guilty about what happened last Sunday. I just hope we can put what happened behind us. Yari's poem was in her usual style of being deep and sophisticated, but it was unusually depressing for what she usually writes about. Through my best interpretation of her poem, it seemed like it was about a struggle for attention, love, and acceptance. During my time with Yuri, I couldn't help but notice that she seems unusually unfocused, as if her mind is elsewhere. Natsuki actually approached me first this time, seemingly genuinely excited for us to exchange poems. She, of course, gave some advice as usual, but it came off more as her just complimenting my work. But Natsuki really struggled to make eye contact with me, either out of jealousy that I didn't spend time with her today, or the fact that last Sunday was still on her mind. Not that I can blame her, but I think that I got at least some insight into what she's going through right now. Natsuki's poem was in her trademark style of being short, sweet, and to the point. It was about someone finding happiness by spending time with the person they loved the most, but was unsure if that person liked them back and how she was getting a lot of mixed signals. Monika's poem was in her usual freeform style. I didn't really understand the meaning behind it as usual, but from my best interpretation of her poem, it was about trying to overcome an unknown obstacle in order to be with someone. I don't think I'll ever understand her poems unless she tells me. Still, her poem was very inspiring and relatable. Monika, for some reason, really liked my poem, more than usual. She even told me it was one of my best poems to date. When we finished sharing, Monika unexpectedly asked me if she could keep my poem. Normally, I would think it's weird. I was reading the words.
This is Monika, the cutest, most talented, and clearly the best girlfriend.
I think that was the line we missed before. Yay, we caught it that time, dear viewer. Yay! Alright, Sayori said. I really need to figure out things between me and Sayori. Given everything she's gone through lately and how I've probably been making things worse, I should probably convince her to get professional help. Though I don't know if she'll listen to me now. On the bright side, I really think I'm getting better at understanding Natsuki. For starters, she didn't tease me as much as she usually does. Though I could tell she was disappointed that we couldn't spend much time together today. I wonder if it's because of that Sunday when she showed me how to bake those cupcakes. I think back to those 2 times we had where we almost... I get butterflies in my stomach just thinking about it. I wonder if she really would go with a guy like me. I hope so. I think she would. I'm really starting to like her more and more. Though I could tell she was disappointed that we couldn't spend much time together today. Then there's Monika. Would she even give me a chance? I mean, I know she isn't seeing anyone right now, and she did give me a lot of attention when I was around her today. Or is that just her way of being nice to me? Either way, sooner or later I'll have to decide who I really want. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be obvious to me soon enough. As I drift off into sleep, I think to myself, life is a funny thing sometimes. There we go.
Stay away from the others, especially Little Miss Punching Bag.
That's it. That's all there was. I had to warn us about Natsuki instead of Sayori, because we weren't in love with Sayori.
So, how are things with you?
I pondered the best way to answer that. On one hand, my morning did start off pretty rough, but it did manage to get better as the day went on. I guess it's been alright, like I said. Had my ups and downs. Basically a typical Tuesday. Monika looks disappointingly at me. Excuse me. Yeah.
Aw, just alright. Well, looks like I'm just going to have to make your day really good now, won't I?
Monika looks teasingly at me. I'm not sure how to respond, but I figure it's probably worth playing along. And how do you propose to do that? I managed my best smile at Monika.
I guess you'll just have to find out, Hallie.
You were never the direct type, were you?
I have to string you along somehow, don't I? I like to keep people interested in me.
I managed to chuckle. Yeah, I guess so. Not saying it's a bad thing or anything.
Don't worry, Hallie, I know what you mean.
There's a bit of an awkward silence between us until Monika breaks it.
You know, I've actually been working on this poem since last night if you want to see how it turned out.
I'll certainly keep that in mind, Monika. Monika smiles as she turns and heads back to the teacher's desk. I turn to face the rest of the room with everyone doing their respective activities. Well, it makes no sense for me to stand out in the open like this. Who should I hang out with? Monika! Whee! If heaven was a person, Monika would fit the bill. That's the only line that changed.
You know, Hallie, if you're always going to look this messy, maybe I should help you get up in the morning.
Monika puts her hand on my cheek as she intensely looks me in the eyes. Alrighty then. While on the way to the front of the room, Natsuki gives me a friendly punch in the arm. Ouch! Hey, what was that for?
Nothing, dummy.
She mutters that softly and avoids eye contact as she briskly walks past me. Well, that was random. I just hope she isn't jealous of me and Monica getting so close like that. Hopefully then, she won't put me in the hospital. Oh well,